the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So the Steelers offense getting set. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something that's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. Job by this Vikings defense. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Daniil Hunter in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. This down only to about the 46. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 64 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get that steam going.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
32-yard line.
They will run for the first time here with White. Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourself.
Up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Schultz. Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal.
Popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 2nd and 11. And he's going to be brought down. Back in his own 6-yard line. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Schultz. Completion here to Claypool. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
First down, here's White. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 26.
Here's White. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's a 2nd drop right here in the 1st quarter.
I was going to say, only in the 1st quarter. Certainly a shift that he wants to right quickly. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 22-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The Vikings Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Going top shelf for Smith. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35.
To Juju Smith.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Back to throw here. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards, the pickup there.
At the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
2nd and 3.
Second and
Escapes the sack. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
gain of 9 yards. First down, Steelers.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10. Gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Taken down at the 21.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted them. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Alex Highsmith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys that just gave up that play.
Back to throw. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's out of bounds downs. Almost gets to the 10. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Complete to Dalton.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Now back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for only a couple. Second and goal from inside the 5.
At the 4-yard line.
Connor. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that
one. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Chris Boswell to kick
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get...
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Schultz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago.
Over from the previous week, off to a really, really hot start.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the Vikings are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second and goal, here's the option. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 44 yards. But one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do? Put a man on him. The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing. Change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run it. This is Conner, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball.
That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
And they'll try the option on first and goal.
Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To throw on second down, Schultz. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
From the gun, Schultz. And will be intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Singh. These guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It's a pickup of 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
4-yard line.
Now Connor. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before
Chris Boswell.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Taking it about the 1. To get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Will they make up for it? The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Devin Bush leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few men in the box there.
We got possession on him, and he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Schultz is back.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Schultz. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They'll look to throw again. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 26.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Screen pass to Connor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And he's going to go down again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away.
It's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people are focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Schultz. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 54 yards.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Here's White. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try to run this one in. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Goal line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. Well, he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
Short of the goal.
Well, obviously you can take the field goal here and tie it, or you can be gutsy. What are you doing?
Oh, man, come on. Let's be gutsy. Let's go get it. Because
it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From a yard out. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
The extra point.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, can't forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way out at the 17. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And that will set them up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Makes the score.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
There on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Off play action. Schultz. throws one incomplete.
Schultz's pass.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
The 16-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Schultz. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Operating from the gun, Schultz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down. Trying to get into field with coverage. Nowhere to go with the football. Forced the dump off to the back. And even then, they closed quickly and got it down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Now this throw complete to Washington. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
And the Steelers.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now the left side, the completion to his tight end. Now he is out of bounds inside the 35. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Danielle Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it, and happy to be out here trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Quickly completed to the right flat. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's
on 3rd down. Schultz able to hit his target, Claypool. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
From the gun, Schultz got an open man as Foster. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A 2-yard.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now with the play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The kick by pass is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense, just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 14. 15-yard line in the red zone. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, turbulence, people around you. Two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. Schultz. That's complete right around the 8. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. The 2nd down play not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. 31. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.